Major changes brought in the Act are: first, who can make Waqf? Earlier, any person can give property to the Waqf board, but now, after this Amendment Act, only a person who is practicing Islam for a period of 5 years can only donate his property to the Waqf board. Now, this is criticized by the Muslim community on the ground that it affects the freedom of religion granted under Article 25 of the Constitution and right to property as well. They contend that if all the provision of the Muslim law is applicable to a convertee immediately after conversion, then why there is an exception with regard to the Waqf property? Whereas on the other hand, the government is supporting this provision, saying that it helps to prevent fraudulent and manipulative transactions, and it will give a person enough time to understand the importance, the purpose and use of the Waqf property, and then only he can take a wise decision to donate his property to the Waqf board. Now, the second major change brought by this Amendment Act is with regard to the Waqf by user. Waqf by user is a property which is not donated by a person to the Waqf board, but which is converted to a Waqf property due to long use. It means there is no legal documentation within Waqf by user. Only due to long possession or long use, a property is considered as Waqf property. Now, it helps to prevent unlawful acquisition and to have the legal documentation of the property. Now, the government is saying that this provision is applicable prospectively and not retrospectively, so it will not affect the property which are already acquired by the Waqf board under Waqf by user. It prohibit only the future acquisition under the concept of Waqf by users. The third major change brought by the Amendment Act is with regard to the government property. Now, the Act sees all the government property as Waqf property. So, if any property which was acquired by the Waqf board as Waqf property, but in actual it is a government property, then after the Amendment Act, it will cease to be a Waqf property and it will become only a government property, and only a government can control that property. And if there is any question with regard to the nature of the property, that whether it is a government property or not, then the decision will be taken by the collector of the district. I hope you like the video, and for more such updates, please like and comment.